Court is now in session.
Hello, dear traveler, and welcome back to Court Antics. I am the Chancellor, joined as always by Tony.
Hey, what's going on?
We are back for some more Subspace Emissary, and we gotta hop into it because this is the Subspace cutscene.
Yep.
This is the one. This is the big one.
That's a big gun.
It just keeps coming too. It's right. You're like,
there's
that's
so much.
That's a big gun, and then there's just more gun.
Oh wait, it's all gun.
Yes. And you might think that's a stupid design, but theoretically they can point it in whatever direction they want by rotating it around the subspace bubble.
Yep.
Hey, look, it's the thumbnail.
Oh wow. That's
Hey, check it out. It's the thumbnail with the wrong characters in it.
wow, that's just Ganon and Bowser up there.
Yeah. They're just hanging out.
We're just missing like Dr. Robotnik. For the old school classic trio.
Not really.
Okay, I mean
It's not really old school because
in classic retro gaming.
In classic retro gaming, Dr. Eggman would not have worked together with Bowser and Ganondorf.
I'm not sure.
Because they were on opposite sides of the console war.
Well, I'm just saying that, if you had to pick three, right? Of classic retro gaming.
What, for villains?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe Dracula makes it up there? From Castlevania?
Dracula, yeah, over probably over Bowser?
Probably over Bowser.
Because Bowser, I don't know, in retro gaming, like, Bowser doesn't really have any personality.
He's just thing you hit at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And meanwhile,
he's got a lot of personality now. He's a very fun character now in modern games, but
I mean, you think about it, it's like, okay, Dr. Robotnik, he has a little bit of personality, right? And he certainly gains a lot in the other media. Obviously Ganon, characterized differently over the course of multiple games.
He is, but when we're talking like retro gaming, it's like even by the Super Nintendo, Ganon had like a pretty involved personality with the games.
Yep. And Dracula, I mean, even as early as the first entry, and the first entry is whenever he says, "What is a man but a miserable pile," right?
It's in Symphony of the Night.
It's in Symphony, he says that? Okay.
Yeah, which, I mean, Symphony was on the... oh, goodness. Was Symphony on the N64 or the Super Nintendo?
I don't remember. Would you like me to check that out?
You should check that out, because I'm going crazy not remembering.
Okay, hold on.
I want to say it was the Super Nintendo, though.
Castlevania.
It's a good time for you to look something up, because this is, I think, the slowest auto-scroller in the entire game right here.
Excellent. Okay, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
I almost said Sympathy of the Night. Released March 20th, 1997.
Ah, crap.
It released on the original PlayStation.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. It was... I don't know why I'm thinking Nintendo consoles. So Dracula might say that line in whatever game where, like, Richter is the protagonist. Because in Symphony of the Night, you play as Alucard for most of the game.
Yep, that's right.
You do like you do the intro of like Richter fighting Dracula. But most of the game is played as Alucard.
Well, if you wanted to know, Symphony of the Night is a direct sequel to Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, so Rondo of Blood might be the actual first time that Dracula says that.
Nope, it is not, but I am trying to see what that was originally released. Original release in 1993 for the PC Engine Super CD-ROM in Japan.
Yeah.
I guess it just... it may not have been released originally in the West. Huh.
The other thing that's really cool about that, What is a Man? It's a fully voice acted line.
Yep. Indeed it is.
Um,
Which is more than any Pokemon game.
yeah.
Sorry, we bring that up because Legends ZA just came out. Chance has been playing that, and it's one of the minor gripes the Chancellor has with that game.
So yeah, speaking of that, now that we're far enough into the episode that I can talk about it. Every time I'm out in the living room and I look down at my Switch 2 Pro controller now, it's calling to me like the freaking Green Goblin mask. Yesterday, I'm behind on editing videos, right?
Behind where he wants to be. Let's clarify. He is ahead of schedule. It's not like videos won't come out if he doesn't edit tomorrow.
There's still multiple weeks worth of videos that are ready and posted and will come out on schedule.
Yep.
We've just got footage. We've got episodes that have been like recorded and everything that I just haven't taken care of yet. And instead of doing that yesterday, where I had all day to do whatever I wanted, I instead played Legends ZA for like 13 hours.
Yep. The Chancellor has commandeered the living room during waking hours.
So that's because when Legends Arceus came out, I did the same thing in college, except it was actually worse in college because there were multiple nights where I stayed up all night playing Legends Arceus.
He doesn't mean like stay up all night and then go to bed in the morning. No, it was stay up all night and then just keep staying up.
No, it was 6:30 in the morning and I was like, I need to get showered so I can go to class.
Yep. And I bet class was really hard to focus on because not only were you tired, but you also just really wanted to play more.
Well, see,
Legends
here's the thing about that is Legends Arceus came out 2020, which, I'm 25, so back then I would have been 20. I was 20 when playing Legends Arceus. There's a stark difference between the amount of sleep deprivation I can handle in just 5 years' time.
Yeah, most definitely. By the way, we have a lot going on screen right now.
Yeah, we have a lot going on. Here's there's the final boss, that blue guy.
Yep, Taboo.
Yeah, you know. Yep. Taking out Master Hand pretty casually.
Yep.
Also, I'm
Mario,
glad
you cannot square up with Taboo right now.
I'm glad we were talking over it because during that subspace level, I was down to my last character, which was Game & Watch, and I'm glad you were too distracted to say anything about it because it was kind of embarrassing.
Well, you know what? I won't miss that again. I'll make sure to pay extra close attention.
Also, everyone's gone.
That's crazy. What? I was so attached to all of these characters.
Well, you should have been attached to a lot of them because that was the main brunt of the cast.
How many of my S tier characters were in there?
Well, I can't exactly check that because I accidentally left the mouse on the other side of the room.
You most definitely did, didn't you?
So I can't open up any more windows right now.
That's okay. We got work to do.
Yeah, we got things to do. Kirby was in there. Game & Watch was in there.
So we still have a few characters to add to the roster eventually, right?
Did we already add DDD?
I don't remember.
We did not add Luigi. I don't think.
Oh, do we have to do this with the B team? I've played with
the
B team for a while.
Right. So those DDD emblems also, for some reason, can turn people back from being trophies. That's not explained. It's just there. It's just a MacGuffin.
There's very little explained in this game, I've noticed.
Yeah. DDD, Luigi, then Ness is what we'll do.
So before this, by the way, we were talking about something I think we brought up in a previous episode. What characters get to stay and what characters get to go in future Smash games.
Yeah.
What would we want? And Ness gets to stay. You said Lucas got to go, though, right?
Lucas was one of the characters in Limbo because he's, it's like I don't feel like they're don't feel like they're different enough to really justify keeping both of them if you're trying to really limit the amount of characters you want on the roster.
Yeah. So, by the way, the stipulation we were doing was if you'd pick 40 characters.
Yeah,
to
I
go
kept
into
it.
next
I kept
Smash
it to
game.
40 characters because the brawl list is 35 characters. But I wanted a little bit more than that.
Yep, and I think 40 is a good number of playable fighters in a game.
So that was me. Oh, also, this is the first time we've gotten to play as King DDD.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah, you have to give me a fun fact. On
It's
this, don't
fun
you?
fact time. So, you'll notice King DDD, right? He floats kind of like Kirby,
A little bit.
and he inhales kind of like Kirby.
Yeah, a little bit.
You ever wondered why he does that?
I legitimately just thought it's because they are kind of the same being.
They're not.
Okay.
DDD. So the reason why DDD is like that is DDD was the big shot in Dreamland, right?
Yep.
Everyone was scared of him, or everyone followed his orders, right? He had his army and everything.
Yep.
Except Kirby showed up in Dreamland and ruined all of that for him. And he was jealous of how popular Kirby was. So he physically locked himself away and trained himself to be able to do some of the same things that Kirby does.
Interesting. He went into the hyperbolic time chamber.
I guess, if you want to put it that way.
Okay.
By the way, all these trophies we're collecting, these give us fighters for the final section of the game.
Okay. So we do actually want these. These are not just optional collectibles.
Yeah. This is also the first time we get to play as Luigi, and Luigi's gone.
Okay. Do you have a Luigi fun fact for me?
Gall. That's a difficult one. Let's see, Luigi. Oh, so Luigi's Mansion 1, right? I assume you're aware of the existence of that game.
Yes, it's where Luigi has a house, and there's some ghosts in the house, and a la
Not just a house, a mansion.
Okay, my bad. He has a big house, and there are some ghosts in the house, and Luigi's not about that, so he, a la Ghostbusters, uses a vacuum cleaner to suck up the ghosts.
Yep. Did you know that Luigi's Mansion was the launch title for the GameCube?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So I mean, like think about that. Is like we got off of the N64, right? This is the first console since the N64. The biggest game on the N60. Well, the two biggest games on the N64 were Super Mario 3D.
Yep.
Super Mario 3D. Super Mario 64.
Yep.
My
Super
bad.
Mario 64.
And The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And Luigi just decided that he was gonna out both of them as the launch title for the GameCube.
Yep. That's pretty crazy.
It's
Especially because
awesome.
that Super Mario 64 and you said it was Ocarina.
Yeah.
Those two games go down in gaming history as two of the most important and two of the best games ever made.
I did not want to go into that door. Okay. Luckily, I think I should be able to go back. Because I want Game & Watch. I want Game & Watch real bad. Whoops. My bad, Ness.
So yeah, that is really interesting, especially because the GameCube goes down as arguably one of the best consoles ever made for its time.
Yeah. I don't think I can get that with DDD, actually. Maybe I can throw a Waddle D into it.
Yeah, the GameCube is
Well, that's embarrassing.
the GameCube is up there as one of the best consoles ever made.
I mean, I think so. There's one sitting a few feet in front of us right now.
Indeed, there is, and there's another one in the house somewhere that I have. It has some of the greatest games, but it's also just aesthetically a great
Okay.
console.
I made that way more complicated than it needed to be.
I don't know. What are some of the other best gaming consoles? Like, if you want to talk handheld, is the Game Boy Advanced?
No, I think the DS Lite would be the best handheld.
Okay.
And the reason why the DS Lite is backwards compatible with GBA.
Yep. That's true. That's why it beats out the 2DS XL and all that other stuff. Because getting to put your old Game Boy cartridges in there is very fun.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I remember way back in the good old days, I had a DS Lite with a Game Boy cartridge with what was the name of the Game Boy cheat hardware? It was the Game Shark for the DS games. And there was one for the Game Boy games.
Oh, I have no idea.
I knew somebody that had both. So they just sat there with their DS and it just had 18 billion pieces of hardware in it because they had an extra extension on top of that.
Because they had both of them.
They had both of them
in their DS
and an extra extension plus a case. Like that DS looked like some military hardware.
That's really funny. I mean, have you seen the pictures of like the original like brick Game Boys with all of its accessories?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yes.
they're so fun.
By the way, the DS the DS Lite, or I guess the DS also did this, but the DS Lite also MVP for eliminating the need of link cables.
Did you still need them for like Game Boy games though?
I think you...
Or no, you couldn't put a Game Boy Link cable in a DS.
No, you couldn't. Which meant, obviously, like, you couldn't trade between...
I tripped!
The Pokemon, like, Emerald and Ruby Sapphire games, but... no link cable needed to trade between the DS Pokemon games was transformative.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the other things that's interesting about, like, link cables and Pokemon games is that Nintendo just decided that there would not be a way to transfer between Gen 1 and 2 and Gen 3. They just didn't add that capability to the Game Boy Advance.
Yep. Most interestingly, like
Bowser, can you leave already?
All
right, cool.
The most niche thing you can do. By the way, now that we're bringing up link cables, I never had one as a kid, unfortunately, but if you played Pokemon Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness, one of those two games, technically, the only way to get...
Wait, hold on. Did you... I love this cutscene. I just love DDD just slapping Bowser up the slapping Bowser up the nose.
Up the snout.
Yeah, and pointing out it's like, hey, dude, we got bigger problems, man.
And Bowser being like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah,
I got you.
Bowser concedes.
But if you had a link cable, that is the only way to get a Pokemon with the most possible ribbons, because purifying
because you have to purify one of the shadow Pokemon to get a ribbon that's exclusive to those games.
Yep. And those transfer to Gen 3 games, which is where you can start racking up ribbons.
Yeah.
And then you have to use that to transfer into Gen 4 games, where you get more ribbons, and then it gets much easier after that.
Yeah. The other thing that's really funny about like Game Boy Link cables is my brothers and I, we owned several Game Boy Advances, but we never owned like the link cables to connect two Game Boys together. But we owned a bunch of the Game Boys that would link it to your GameCube, because we owned The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure.
Yep.
4 Swords Adventure, which is to do multiplayer in that game, you needed Game Boy Advances with the link cables to the GameCube, and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which was the same way.
You know, now that I think about it, you could technically use that as a way to trade between Gen 3 games.
I absolutely despise this level for only letting me select Kirby, who has no projectiles, and then sticking a bunch of mines in this level.
Well, yeah, but you gotta go get Meta Knight.
Yeah, I do have to get Meta Knight. That's gonna be an important character. Wow, it spawns me at the door from there? Alright.
I guess
Also, so one of the other funny things about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is, first of all, it's one of my favorite games to play ever, which is a strange thing.
for Final Fantasy fans, for literally any video game fans.
Yeah, pretty much. But in that game, the single player mode, so you collected bonus points in that game that would let you get different items when you finished a dungeon. But in order to get like a map of the dungeon you were in, and in order to see like what condition you needed to meet to get the most amount of bonus points, even in single player, you had to have a GBA connected. Like you had to have your normal, GameCube controller connected, and also a GBA connected if you wanted the full experience. And yet somehow trying to play on the Switch is a little bit more unwieldy because there's a remaster on the Switch.
Yep.
At least if you're trying to do multiplayer. If you're trying to do multiplayer, Square Enix kind of ruined the experience because they decided, hey, we're going to remaster this game, and then we're going to also put it on mobile devices. And so the multiplayer needs to be compatible with mobile devices for some god-awful reason.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief.
It was Square Enix had this fascination with trying to make it big on mobile.
I was thinking just a second ago. First of all, mobile
Ow.
games can get out of here. Those are for children, as far as I'm concerned. But
You're saying this to someone who has TCG Pocket installed on their phone and plays it
that's
regularly.
just the Pokemon trading card game put on a separate platform.
I mean, I guess, but yeah.
But anyways, I was thinking about on the DS Lite, because we were talking about that a minute ago. What are some obscure games that you had that were just like not great, you wouldn't recommend, but you played a lot of it as a kid? Because like the first one that comes to mind for me, I had the legendary Starfy.
You actually owned that game?
I think I might still own that game.
You owned that game?
I owned that game.
What?
Yep. I might still own that game.
I've barely ever heard of anyone owning that game. That's insane.
Yep. So the legendary Starfy. Another one, I had the Despicable Me puzzle game on DS.
That one's really funny. We owned. So here's the other thing about my family is that I have 5 older brothers, right?
Yep.
So when it comes down to games, right, we had to be very selective with what games we asked for, because we couldn't just, right, my parents weren't just going to go out and buy games for us willy-nilly, we had to be very selective. But I remember one of the few games that I played a lot, even though it had a ton of problems with it, was actually the original Pokemon Ranger game.
Oh, you know what? I had the second DS Pokemon.
Yeah, you had
Ranger.
Shadows of Almia, right?
No, not Shadows of Almia. What was the third
Guardian Sign.
one? I had Guardian Sign.
You had Guardian Signs. Here's the thing. The original Pokemon Ranger game versus like Shadows of Almia
Yep.
is very poorly designed.
Okay.
Because in the original, you had a certain number of loops that you had to go around, the Pokemon to capture them,
Yep.
and you could not pick your stylus up until that number of loops was completed around it.
Yep.
You couldn't get hit by the Pokemon. You couldn't pick your stylus up, and like the final like story mission was, I think you had to capture like a Salamence or something that required 50 loops to complete.
I remember the end of Guardian Signs. You had to capture one of the legendary beasts. I forget which one. It might have been Raikou,
Yeah.
but that was also a pain. I remember. Another obscure DS game I had was I had Spectrobes.
Spectrobes is so good, dude.
That game is crazy.
I love Spectrobes.
You know what's the even crazier thing about Spectrobes is they made a fully animated trailer for that.
They
That
did.
looked like a cartoon, and that trailer got me so hyped as a kid. That was the reason I
Yeah.
got the game. That trailer worked.
Oh, also, it's not a DS game, but there's an obscure GameCube game that is, I think, one of my top 5 games on the console.
Is it Custom Robo?
It's Custom Robo.
It's
Yeah.
Custom Robo.
It's Custom Robo.
Which I haven't played, but the Chancellor loves talking about.
I
Custom
have
Robo.
it, dude. Do you want to play Custom Robo on the channel?
We might at some point.
Man, I'm getting Look, I love Brawl here. I love the Subspace Emissary right now, but there's just something else about Custom Robo, man.
Talking about obscure games, I also owned for the Game Boy the Monsters Inc. puzzle game.
Why did you own so many puzzle games? Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because you know what we owned on the GBA?
What's that?
What did you turn on your?
I
I don't know if that got picked up, but Tony just like something started playing on Tony's phone.
I think it was AI voice help on Google, which I didn't ask for.
Because we owned the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters GBA game.
Okay, and you're gonna ask me why I owned the Despicable Me and Monster Inc. games.
We did not own we did not own any of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card games. We owned specifically Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Were your parents okay with Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know. I don't think my parents ever said anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay. Because, like, we have a friend, no joke, who was told as a kid that he couldn't watch Power Rangers.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I had a bunch of friends in college who weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's depriving your kid of a common experience among kids.
Yeah.
There is something to be said for shared experiences in a generation, helping you to, meld in that generation. Watching SpongeBob, that is an important rite of passage.
Yeah.
For our generation, you have to have grown up watching SpongeBob.
That's one of those things where it's like I should be able to talk to anyone. I should be able to talk to anyone who's like
within 10 years
like
of our age.
Within like I'd say within like 6 or 7 of our age.
Yep.
Right? I should be able to talk to anyone within like 6 or 7 years of our age. And I should be able to make a SpongeBob reference, and they get it.
Or there's like a decent chance they get it. Like some of them might be a little obscure, but
Oh, by the way, we're in the home stretch with the Great Maze.
Okay.
So the Great Maze is you have those doors that exude the shadow energy.
Yep.
And inside of them, you're either fighting one of these bosses or you're fighting, an evil version of a character. And we have to get through all of them.
Yep. Okay.
Before we can fight the final boss.
Fair enough.
I'm taking care of Petey real quick.
Let me think. Power Rangers was a big deal for me as a kid. I didn't realize that was less popular than I thought.
I remember like watching a little bit of Power Rangers. It wasn't one of the shows that I was like excited when a new episode was coming out.
For anybody watching this, Ninja Storm was the best. I will not tolerate any trash talk for Ninja Storm, and I won't accept any other opinions.
Now, I will say the live-action Power Rangers movie that came out, I don't even remember when.
Oh, you're talking about the more recent one.
Yeah, the most recent, like, live-action one. That was supposed to be, like, a reboot of the franchise.
And they made the suits look edgy and all that stuff?
Yeah, I did enjoy that, but, like, is it really a good Power Rangers property? Not exactly.
I mean, you know what? It actually is. But that's because Power Rangers as a property is very fluid.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have the requisite 5 teenagers to young adults? Or just, rather, a number of young teenagers?
The game lagged, and it's getting me killed. What is happening?
What's happening is a skill issue.
Okay.
You just have to be better.
It's fine. I have Game & Watch. I'll win.
But
I'll never lose playing as Game & Watch.
Power Rangers requires young adults / teenagers and a villain who is evil because evil. And that's it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay.
There aren't like any great backstories. There's no like.
What's the phrasing that Zordon uses to find the Power Rangers? Find me 5
teenagers with attitude.
No, it's not that. It's like find me 5 like emotional. It's like emotional and overbearing humans, and then the robot is like, no,
alpha,
not teenagers. I just lost his Game & Watch. Oh no,
that's not good.
I mean, I've got 2 more characters.
Do you have Ike up after Link here? Okay.
So at the very least, with like the damage that Pit is at now, I get 1 good hit with Ike, and we're fine.
Yep. So SpongeBob was a shared experience. Fairly Odd Parents should be a shared experience.
Fairly Odd Parents, yeah. What about Jimmy Neutron?
Shared experience for sure.
I love Jimmy Neutron.
You had to watch Jimmy Neutron.
Dude, especially you remember the Jimmy Neutron Fairly Odd Parents crossover special?
That was generational. That was formative.
Oh, it was so much fun to watch that.
You know what's crazy? It was the first time that as a kid I had ever comprehended that different art styles should not go together like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like Jimmy in Fairly Odd Parents was fine. Most characters are fine in that art style, but seeing Timmy in 3D.
In 3D, yeah.
That was not. No,
it was,
that was
not
it.
okay.
That was not it.
Not okay. Let's see. I am going to get to a safe area.
And then we have to do what do we have to do the King DDD ranking.
We have to do King DDD and I think Luigi.
Okay, and Luigi.
So let's see. Okay, we're in a safe area. So I need to go get the mouse.
Yep.
I need to go retrieve the mouse.
Yep. Because the Chancellor had the bright idea of leaving it over on the desk across the room. So while we're waiting for the Chancellor, leave down in the comments any formative shared experiences from growing up. It could be TV shows, it could be games, it could be literally anything. Another one I want to...
What's the worst game that you absolutely love that you own?
Oh, yeah. What's like the weird thing where if somebody asked you, it's like, wait, you own that? You'd be like, yes, absolutely. And they're like, was it any good? You'd be like, no, not at all. Don't play this.
Oh, and I guess we didn't do any playing as Bowser, but we haven't put Bowser on the tier list yet.
You haven't
either.
given me a fun fact for Bowser, so we'll do that next
Yes,
part.
I have. Bowser's a wizard. He survived being plunged into a black hole. He turned the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom into bricks. I've shared all this with you already.
Oh, that's right. You did all that a long time ago.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
Anyway, okay, where's DDD?
DDD is going to go firmly above... I think firmly above DK.
Forget where DK is. There we go.
I am more attached to the Kirby franchise than I am to the Mario franchise, I think is why that happened.
Yeah. Luigi.
Luigi board? A Luigi board? No, Luigi gets to go let's put him under Falco.
Under Falco. Where is Falco?
I think that's A+ tier.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Luigi a lot. He's a cool dude.
And
we get to slam Bowser up there, right?
Yeah, so the characters that are in Subspace we haven't put on are Bowser, Ganondorf, Wario, and spoilers, Sonic.
Well, yeah, but we'll get there.
Wait, did we not rank? We didn't rank Sheik. You ranked Zelda on her own, I think.
Oh, well, you were supposed to tell me that that's not.
I forgot about
there.
that. Yeah, there's Sheik. Hold on. Where does Sheik go?
Wow, I'm glad we missed that.
Did I just put her next to Zelda?
No, I like Sheik a lot more than Zelda.
Okay.
Put Sheik right above Rob.
Above Rob. Okay. There we
Yep.
go.
Sheik's cool. I like
Okay.
Sheik. And we're putting Bowser up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Bowser, you know what? Do me a favor. Drop DK a tier to right above Marth, and then put Bowser where DK is.
Okay. So wait. So DK drop down here.
Yep. And then put Bowser right under
Bowser
DDD.
right there.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to talk about like classic Nintendo villains, you'd put Bowser, DDD, and Ganondorf.
Yep.
And now Ganondorf and Wario are playable now.
Okay. You haven't given me a Ganon fun fact yet, have you?
Yes, I have.
You have. What was it? Do you remember?
No.
I'm not gonna.
It's been a while since I edited that
Okay.
video.
Well, then I guess we get to rank all these guys too. So, Ganon, scroll up. Ganon is going to go straight above Link.
Where is Link?
A+ tier.
For just in
Above
case
Link.
if
Above
we
Link.
haven't clarified, the monitor that this window is currently on is very far away from where we're sitting,
Yep.
which is why I have to like really focus to see where people are.
Put Wario right above Mario. only because Wario has more character than Mario. And the reason Ganon goes right above Link is because my only exposure to Ganon is Smash, and he looks really, really cool in Smash.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that an Ultimate ruined his like old man Ganondorf skin. He's got one of his colors is he's got like all gray hair and stuff. But in Smash Ultimate they made his skin like really blue and stuff. They just ruined him. I really liked that color until Smash Ultimate.
I also really love Ganon in Smash because he does the I'm taking you down with me.
Yeah.
He does that the best out of everybody.
Yeah. And the rest of these characters are either duplicates or don't appear in besides Sonic, don't appear in Subspace Emissary, which means we'll worry about them if we want to.
Yep.
But that is going to do it for us today.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
So
This was a strange episode, I'm sure.
yeah, it was a little weird because I mean the subspace levels just don't have a whole lot of personality to them. Like they look cool for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, okay, this is kind of boring actually.
Yep. I mean, part of what makes this particular playthrough really cool, though, is we get to talk about other stuff pertaining to lots of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the benefit of
Yeah.
choosing this game.
Yep.
But anyways,
one
thanks again for stopping by.
last DS game that like has kind of bad controls but is really fun. Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass.
There you go.
But not Spirit Tracks. I hate Spirit Tracks. Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to leave one down below. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. We're at the end of this game a lot quicker than I thought we would be.
Yep.
Maybe I can do all of the Great Maze in one episode. We'll see.
We'll see. Anyways, bye-bye, everybody.
Safe travels.
Court adjourned.